Here's how you can make my mouth-watering beef soup. Firstly, this is my seasoned beef, and I'm just going to stew my beef. So I'm adding some oil, and I'm adding this to a really hot pot. I'm adding some brown sugar. You can brown or stew your beef without oil, but I prefer to brown my beef with oil. And once it gets this sort of frothy color, you can go ahead and throw in your beef into that pot and allow it to cook down and get that rich brown, golden brown color before adding in any liquid. And this is what it's gonna look like before adding in any type of liquid. And I just like to go in with the remainder of that seasoning sauce from the bowl before adding additional water. Not to mention, I did add in just some water. This is actually a pressure cooker that my beef is in, so you can pressure cook your beef for like 10 to 15 minutes. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you can just cook it for about 20 minutes and then let it cook within the soup itself. At least that's how I do it. Now it's time to get started on the soup itself, and to a hot pot I added in some cooking butter, and I'm using the French made, which is a really nice golden orange color. I'm adding in my garlic, pimento and my onions to saute first. Once they have started sauteing and giving that sizzle sound, I then go ahead and add in some salt, and I'm adding in my shadow benny, my chive, my celery, and this is gonna also cook down as well for a bit to extract all of those flavors before we add in anything additional. I'm adding in some pumpkin. Can't make a soup without pumpkin. I'm also adding in some carrots. I love carrots, so there's gonna be a lot of carrots in there. This was approximately 3 carrots, and I'm just gonna toss that up, allow the seasoning to just flavor everything that we just put in there before adding in our provisions. Once you have satisfied with this, I'm going to add in some more salt. It's soup and you're gonna have to add salt as you go along, especially when you're adding water. These are my provisions of choice. I'm adding in some cassava and some dasheen to cook first. I'm going to mix that in with the carrots, all our seasonings and our pumpkins that we added into the pot at first. Then I'm going to add some water and allow this to boil and cook until all of my provision is tender. Of course, you want to make sure you mix that in well before covering it down so that everything is evenly coated and everything is well seasoned. So I'm covering this down, and once it's uncovered and it has been cooking for about 15 minutes, this is what we are working with. Of course, we are going to need much more water, but I'm just mashing down the pumpkin a bit just to melt it down within the soup. I like my pumpkin melt down in the soup. It also gives the soup a really nice color. Of course, once you're satisfied with everything, you are then going to add in that beef that we stewed earlier on. And look, beef soup, a stewed beef soup is just delicious. I personally find it gives it a really nice color. So this is the color that we're working with. It's not going to be a golden color like the other soups that I usually do. This is what we're working with. I'm adding in some more water to allow the beef to cook down, and I'm just going to cover it for about 20 minutes. Once that time is up, this is what our soup is looking like. I'm adding in some green fig to the pot this time. We add green fig later down in the pot because they tend to cook really fast, and these were some really large green fig that I got from a friend, which I was so grateful for because they added so much flavor to my soup and they just came in really handy for this rainy day. So I'm just gonna mix that in now. Before covering it down, you want to make sure that you get your green fig down in the pot so that it cooks evenly with all the other provisions that we would have placed there previously. Be sure at this point to go ahead and taste for salt and seasoning. You can add salt and seasoning going down the line, because once you add additional liquid, you tend to lose that salt flavor. So you can adjust your salt to your liking. And after about 10 minutes, this is what our green fig and our soup is looking like. But of course, we're not done yet. We added in some more water, because guess what? We cannot have a soup without dumpling. So I just cover that down for a little while so that the soup comes to a boil. And in the meantime, I was kneading flour for my dumplings. So what I usually like to do is I'm adding in my dumplings, because dumplings cook really fast, and I'm adding in them last before we turn off the stove. But I like to have my water boiling before we add in dumplings, because they would stick to each other or stick to everything else within the soup. So once it's boiling, you go ahead and add in your dumpling and allow that to cook. Once your dumpling is fully cooked, you can then just go ahead and adjust your salt and seasoning taste to your liking once more. And I am just going to mix that in. I also skim off the top where there may be any impurities. Here I'm adding in some frozen chopped seasonings that I usually keep stored in the freezer to just add into my pot whenever any of my meals are almost finished. I'm also going to add in some green seasoning that I would have made earlier on that morning, just to give it some more flavor or additional flavors to my soup. You don't necessarily have to do this, but this is what definitely works for me and brings out all of that beautiful and wonderful flavors within every pot that I create. Seeing that we just added in some seasoning, again, we're just gonna allow this to cook for about 5 minutes so that the pot is enhanced with all of those flavors that we just added in there. And once you're satisfied, I added in some more salt because I think it lacked salt. I'm going to give that a good mix once more, and you can see everything here looks so delicious. And that's really it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.